Hi guys, Chef Jana here, welcome back. Good to see you again. Today we're going to make cannelloni. We're going to make a spinach-ricotta cannelloni. It's very easy to make. This is one of my childhood dishes that my mom used to make all the time because it is a crowd pleaser. And for this dish I have decided to teach you guys how to make a vegan roux. Roux is a sauce. It's one of the basic French sauce that you learn at the cooking school, that it's made with butter and flour. And the roux is the base for the bechamel sauce. And we are going to start by making the roux, which is very simple. First, we add butter to a pot, and with a whisk, you help it to melt. Medium heat. We don't want the butter to burn because the smoke point of the butter is very low. That means that it's going to burn very easy. We don't want that. Once the butter is melted, we add the same amount of regular flour. And we're going to whisk it vigorously. Now what we're doing here, we're removing the raw edge from the flour. This should take about 3 minutes. Now it's time to add the milk, little by little, and the milk should be cold. You gotta whisk it vigorously, like I said, because you don't want any lumps. More milk. At some point it's gonna look like it's not working, but trust me, it is. Now we add some nutmeg, some black pepper, some salt, and a tiny bit of nutritional yeast to give that cheesy flavor. See, it's not so firm anymore. Now our roux is a bechamel sauce. It's ready. We're going to transfer it to a bowl and set it aside. Next, we're going to prepare the sauce, which is going to be Italian passata. It comes in a jar like that. It's sold in every supermarket. I like it because it's more liquidy than the tomato sauce. And I'm just gonna do it because I like how it's going to taste with some basil leaves. So we add the basil leaves here and mix it. And set it aside. Also, I have prepared the cashew cream to make the ricotta. Very easy. I soaked the cashews for a couple hours, soaked in water. Then I blend it with a little bit of water, and that's it. Just because I'm going to mix that along with the spinach and the tofu, because we're going to use tofu, which I'm going to do it now. Here I have some frozen spinach, which I have blanched for 1 minute, and then I put it in here and then I squeezed out all the water. It's very important to squeeze out all the water, and the reason why I use frozen spinach is because you buy a huge bag of frozen spinach, you know that that's the quantity that you're gonna end up with. If you buy a big bag of fresh leaves, you end up with like a tiny amount, and it's a little bit frustrating. So that's what we're gonna use now. The Spanish, oh my God, that was bad. Right, so we add the spinach, crushed tofu. Don't worry about the lumps or stuff, that's what we want texture. Medium or firm tofu, or extra firm, definitely not soft. Okay, the cashew cream. All the quantities and amount and measurements and everything is going to be in the description box below. So don't worry trying to write it down or memorize it, because I write down everything, the measurements and quantities. So don't worry. A little bit nutritional yeast. Don't go overboard with the nutritional yeast. It can be way too much. Some people think that if you think more nutritional yeast, it's gonna taste more like cheese. Wrong. It's gonna taste weird and too strong, and it's gonna be too much, you know. Although it's not heavy, it feels heavy. So add just the amount that I specify, which is 1 tablespoon, no more than that. Pink Himalayan salt, lemon juice, some oregano, black pepper, and we mix it too. To make the ricotta, you mix everything minus the spinach. There. Try it. Very good. Keep testing and trying your food every time you make it, because at the end you're not going to be able to correct anything. Now it's the time, because it's going to go inside the cannelloni sheet. So then afterwards you can't compensate by adding more salt in the sauce or anything like that. No, because you have to season all the layers of your food equally. Right, now it's done. The filling is done with the ricotta, and we set it aside. Alright, so now we're going to roll the cannelloni with the filling, and what I used was simple lasagna sheets, and then I cut a little bit. I'll show you how I did it. And because it's easier to find than any other kind of pasta. You can buy the tube ones and then squeeze the filling inside. That's up to you, but just because I had these, so that's what we're gonna use. I have cooked the lasagna sheets for 3 minutes, and then I have removed it, and then I have put it on a tea towel because I wanted to absorb all the moist. When you roll the cannelloni, the sheets, the pasta, they need to be room temperature. They can't be hot because it's very easy to rip and it falls apart, so no. All right, cool. So now we're going to roll our cannelloni. Get yourself a spoon. Add 1 tablespoon to the end of the pasta, and then roll it. And then you trim the end. You see? Firm but soft, because it's still gonna cook in the oven. And you're gonna notice that at the ends they're going to be empty. What you do is you take a little bit more, and then you add it to the end and tuck it in. We take a little bit of the passata, add it to the bottom of the plate. Of course, it's to the bottom of the plate. Duh. Okay. Right? And then we add our cannelloni seam down. And then we're going to repeat this process up until we finish all the sheets. For this plate, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From 6 to 8. I don't like the shape of this dish, of this plate now. Maybe I'll change it later. This thing is kind of messing with my OCD. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Ugh. Things have to be a little bit symmetric. They don't need to be perfect in the kitchen, but they need to make sense, you know. And I want the lines to be kind of even. Roll it once, twice, and trim the remaining one. And again, add it to the plate, seam down. All right, so I finished it. I don't like the shape of it, so I'm going to change the plate. 1 minute, I'll be back. Much better. I have changed the plate because now I have 2 lines of 4. Makes much sense. And we're going to add a little bit more sauce. Delicious. How much sauce? Totally up to you. If you like a lot of sauce and you like it really moist, add a lot of sauce. But I don't want the cannelloni completely submerged, covered in sauce, because otherwise they will fall apart and lose the shape, and it's going to be difficult to serve. So try not to go crazy on the sauce. Final touch, the bechamel sauce. Don't worry, it looks like it's too hard. It's not. It's because it was in the fridge. Once it gets warmed up, it's going to melt, so you're not gonna see any lumps. Finish with some vegan Parmesan cheese. If you want to know how to make vegan Parmesan cheese, click there. I'll post the video where I taught you guys how to make that. And this is it. Now it goes to the oven for 30 minutes at 375 Fahrenheit, 180 Celsius. And before we serve, we wait 10 minutes so it doesn't get so soft, so it's easier to serve. So let's go. And our cannelloni is ready, and it smells like please eat me kind of thing. It's so nice. Can you see that? Guys, honestly, I can't wait to dig in. It was the hardest thing for me just now to wait for 10 minutes. So let's do this. Oh my. Come with me. Now I'm going to do the hard job of trying it. It's really hot. So good. This is so good. It's such a healthy meal. Kids are gonna love it. Remember, spinach, it has a lot of iron and way much more protein than a beef, and it doesn't have the bad stuff and the toxins that meat has, so make it. This is like to die for. Everything is so delicious here, guys. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notified next time I post a video. This is it, guys. I hope you like it. I'm gonna dig in now with my very good rosé wine. And I see you next time. Have a great week. Be kind to each other, and I see you next time. Bye-bye.